Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. Let's start with Easter eggs. Good morning. Let's start with the Easter egg of how to rotate contact lenses, where we win at eye care by not wearing the same disposable contact lenses night to night. This is 3 lenses. This is a box of 6. What they don't teach at Y Combinator is we want to rotate lenses. We don't want to wear the same disposables for 1 week and then toss them. We want to go 3 1 week, 1 lenses in 1 box. I use AccuView, not a paid sponsorship, in order to rotate lenses so that way these lenses get to rest, kind of like a rotation. Easter egg number 2, 1 free share of AMC. That's what they don't teach you at Y Combinator, is to stay focused on what we started, which was January 28th, 2021. Easter egg number 3 is this delicious gold. Fiat Standard. Fiat Standard. It's a book. Oh my God. Super well prepped. Combine these two. So imagine a 3-way Safedine Amu, Michael Saylor, Larry Chang, together with 1 new book. That new book is The Bitcoin Wave, because this guy is busy retiring on the chairman of #MichaelStrategy board. Busy. We can, within Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club or Hot Person Entrepreneurship Club, we can front run the book that's coming, which is The Bitcoin Wave. What is this book? This book is The Mobile Wave. It's got chapters 1 through 10. Chapter 8, Education. Chapter 7, Medicinal. Chapter 10, New World. You get it. We're going to add 14 new chapters to this book. The Fiat Standard, because chapter 19 is what? The Bitcoin Wave. 19, Bitcoin Wave. Let's quickly rifle through 19 through 32. Why? Because now we can win at the future. Is this time travel via the Wayback Machine? Sort of. It's time travel like it's Mr. Peabody. Because remember, Mr. Peabody is a dog who adopts a human named Sherman. We're going to be getting adopted into 19 through 32. I'm Larry Chang. If this is your first video with me, greetings. Nice to meet you. Yeah, it's like this all the time, which is winning. Chapter 19, chapters 1 through 18 are in this book. Chapters 1 through 18 are in this book. Is this a book report that you did when you're in grade school? Actually, if you were to go back and practice the skill that you had during grade school, you would be better off, which is why we're taking 1 more rep. 19 is the Bitcoin Wave. Chapters 17 and 18 in Safedine Amu's book is the Fiat Standard Solution, chapter 17 and chapter 18. But Safedine doesn't go all the way home with, tell me what to do with 18 chapters of information. Tell me what to do. Michael Saylor did tell you what to do in the Mobile Wave, which was written in the decades ago. The Mobile Wave, chapters 1 through 10. Let's go through 1 through 14 of Saylor's extrapolated book. Let's go through winning at front running. Chapter 19 is the Bitcoin Wave. That's chapter 19. Oh, Larry, did you already sell that chapter for over $1,500 at Bitcoin Miami in 2022 and 2023? Yes. This is the scandalous backstory now revisited, because on May 5th, 2023, you didn't quite walk through all of 1 through 14. Let's do it again now. Let's do it again now. 19, Bitcoin wave. 20 is networked nodes. Network nodes. That's number 20. What is a node? It is a set of ledger skills that are a copy of everyone else's ledger also. They call it a node, and it's incredibly astute and genius for those nodes to have the same copy. That's why it takes proof of work. That's why it seems inefficient when you don't understand distributed ledgers. It seems inefficient, but in fact, it is the most genius form of efficiency. Is this the 99 days of Christmas, day number 45? Yeah, because we're headed right into chapter 21, which is entertainment. Is this also chapter 3 of the mobile wave? Yes. Do you see how this is a paste copy of 1 through 10? Because we asked Michael Saylor, hey, when are you going to write the book, The Bitcoin Wave? Guess when they're going to write it? Guess when they're going to write it? Guess when they're going to write it? 2000 never, as per Michael Saylor. Good morning, Hawk Girl Entrepreneurship Club, and winning at the entertainment, which is chapter 22. Chapter 21, the world is your library. Entertainment via the library. Digital property is chapter 23. So, with digital property being chapter 23, we're understanding the 3 states of money: unit of account, method of exchange, store of value. That's the digital property, which is chapter 23. Chapter 24 is the central bank sells and borrows against and collateralizes and then defaults versus Bitcoin. That's 24. 25 is how Bitcoin is sexy. True story, Bitcoin is sexy, kind of like a basketball that you can just wave around. Like basketball is sexy too, because Bitcoin is sexy. Why? Because accounting was made sexy to the nerds who get to buy it at the price that they deserve. 26, Bitcoin as a religion. For people that are on the outside, they're like, this is a cult. For people on the inside, it's like, this is the best party ever. That's religion. 26, fix the money, fix the world. That's so true. The world's broken. If you can't see that the world's broken, that's chapter 26, is fixing a broken world. Oh, transgender dude in your uncle's kid's bathroom, right? That's weird. That's late stage capitalism, because when the money dies, there's a weird extinction burst. Fix the money, fix the world. Chapter 29, failing forward. Merry Christmas, seriously. Merry Christmas, because I actually have an entire video on failing forward. Failing forward is, in essence, this. Can you take advantage of somebody who's smart, who's failing, by taking advantage of that smart person who's going to be failing? Can we, as people not as smart, fail forward? Yes. Is this why I gave you the Easter egg early on for a free share of AMC stock? I think so. I guess that's exit 23B, and today is day 45 of the 99 days of Christmas. So if you live in the United States and are going to be texting me before my live stream ends, I will give you one free share of AMC stock on ComputerShare. You're welcome. Failing forward. Oh, I got confused about your phone number because you said it was free and I texted you and now I'm collecting. Well, failing forward is making sure that the text message that you sent was sent to the correct phone number, which is 650-283-8008. Because if you juxtapose phone numbers because you're all fidgety and can't focus, that's why we have zombie corporations in the United States of America, which allows us to benefit when genius people try to cheat us. Can't Stop, Won't Stop, GameStop, Chapter 30, Street Smart Bitcoin. It's incredibly street smart to do what? It's incredibly street smart to do what? To realize that it doesn't take money to make money. And so street smart Bitcoin is like being able to take a basketball and win at entrepreneurship because we turn it into a little baseball. Like it seems so easy to do. Street smart Bitcoin, it seems so easy. It seems so easy. It seems so easy. But guess what? Because stuff's easy to do, it's also easy not to do it. Street Smart Bitcoin specifically is chapter 30. It's incredibly street smart to sell chapter 19 for 0.01 Bitcoin. 0.01. Just 0.02 Bitcoin. 0.019 Bitcoin. That's incredibly street smart because you're selling the future to somebody who already bought into the future. And so if you can't sell that person, just punch yourself in the face. And if you think, oh, there's no way I could do it. Well, is there a way that you can do this with a basketball? Because it takes practice to do this. That's what being street smart is realizing that there's like a slew of little steps. Oh my God, I look like my friend Mike. I look like my friend Mike flying through the air. This is what he does when he flies through the air. Crazy but true, chapter 31. Oh my God, these chapters are nomenclated perfectly. Crazy but true was something hard that was for me to do to understand is that it's an old dude, Mark McCormack, joking but telling me the truth. It's an old dude, Augie Garrido, joking but telling me things that are good for me. That's crazy but true. That's what winning via the Bitcoin wave, crazy but true, which full circles into chapter 32 because now I've encapsulated 19 through 32. Did I just machine gun out 14 Easter eggs? Yes. Do you like how I dressed up today? Right? Rocking the cashmere blazer, cowboy hat. It's a vibe, right? Christmas, day 45, 99 days of Christmas. 19 through 32. That's 14 chapters of the mobile wave. Sequel, the Bitcoin wave. Is this also chapter 66 of Snowball? Yes. Nothing stops this train. Absolutely nothing stops this train. Absolutely nothing stops this train. The train that I'm talking about is you pressing forward, or Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club wanting to hang out with Larry Chang in Miami, or you guys hanging out in Miami with us inside of Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club in the United States of America, right by the Gulf of America. Oh, unpaid sponsor, Goodwin. It's an oven mitt that doubles as a baseball sliding mitt that doubles as winning with repurposing. See, this is Goodwin. They're a Silicon Valley law firm. Darren's awesome. Okay. I'm not cheating on Mario Rosati. Why? Because everybody can be my lawyer. This is a 5-way, even though there's one person on my stream. But guess what? Guess what? That one person that's on my stream, you got that Easter egg, right? The free share of AMC stock, the 14 chapters of the mobile wave, which is really the Bitcoin wave. It's a sequel. We're doing a sequel by changing one word. That's external API. And now I'm about to drop 20 Easter eggs. 20 Easter eggs, like a machine gun, like I'm competitive with the two other Easter bunnies of the United States of America, Tom Brady, Elon Musk, Larry Chang. Easter bunny, Easter bunny, Easter bunny. Let's review that for the winning group that discovered me early. Easter bunny. It's a mythical creature that is mother scratching real, that is dropping Easter eggs, like in a video game. Are you in a video game right now? You don't know it, but you actually are. Who are other Easter bunnies, Larry? Chang, nice to meet you, by the way. Oh, this is another Easter bunny. Elon Musk. He's literally dancing around like he's the Easter bunny. Me, I'm dancing around winning at doling out Easter eggs because I'm about to give you 20 of them. Who's another Easter bunny? Tom Brady, hiding in plain sight. Not even hiding. We're ginormous. You can easily find us, which is why today I dressed up. Ooh, I might dress up again. Never. Let's go. Number 1 Easter egg, hashtag CS183 law. That's not the Easter egg. All Easter eggs are going to be under that genius umbrella. 183 law. Larry's always winning. CS183. Larry's always winning. This is juicy. This is really juicy. This is juicy at the 17-minute mark, 1760. What was it? Larry's always winning. Law. Oh my God. Get it? Because there's a double entendre of me nagging you to remind you that Larry's always winning. NAG, National Association of Attorneys General. NAG, United States of America Attorneys General. That's where my stand-up comedy is going to go into National Associations of Attorneys General law. Larry's always winning. Is this trash talk for you to also win? No, it's not trash talk. It's me trying to motivate you to finally understand that your Chinese friend who doesn't have a lot of confidence but has a lot of competence is actually going to be your study buddy. That's why you want to share this video's knowledge with the person, because number 1 is external API. Hacker Entrepreneurship Club. Let's focus on us winning at Art Basel, winning at the Super Bowl, not this one in New Orleans because it's too late unless you went to Duke, Princeton, Stanford, Cal, or UC Irvine. Only those 5 schools. Focus. Those 5 schools, free trip to New Orleans. Is that another Easter egg? Yes. Via the external API. UT students, not this year. You can do it next year in Santa Clara or the next year in New York. Let's focus. CS183 law, Larry's always winning. Number 1, external API. All these Easter eggs that I just gave you were actually examples of external API. The mobile wave, external API by the Bitcoin wave. Fiat Standard is a book. It's trademarked 1 through 18 chapters. Didn't trademark 19 through 32, did you? Because it's impossible. Just like you can't break trademark on a book report. You wrote the book, I wrote a book report to that. What is the Bitcoin Wave? It's a 14-chapter book report to 2 books. Does that sound like Duck9, which is also an external API, where I read 2 books, what they don't teach at Harvard Business School, and what Jerry Detweiler teaches you, which is the Ultimate Credit Handbook. Lecture 1, CS183 Law, External API. Lecture 2 is Web 4, Fiat Strikes Back. Lecture 3 is a thing that I've gone over once or twice. It's the Larry Chang reverse rebate model. Lecture 4 goes back to an earlier Easter egg, the free share of AMC stock. That's going to be on a CUSIP number, which is an exact share that is issued and that you understand where that share came from, so that way you're not holding a synthetic share. This is CUSIP. This is number 4. You can get a free share of AMC stock if you text message me before this live stream ends, day 45, 99 days of Christmas. Think of it as getting a free lottery ticket like Exit 23B. Is this SEC compliant? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it is, because I'm defending it using an external API into Computershare, running audits. Problem. Shares are being sold that are synthetic. This is the countermeasure, and you get the benefit when smart people are trying to cheat Larry Chang, retard, at an IQ of 88. Number 4 to finish, Larry's always winning, is CUSIP. Free share at AMC. You got to text me before the live stream ends. Chapter 9. Oh, and if you don't text me, that's okay, because you can still win by executing, even though the Easter egg was great, there are subsequent Easter eggs that you're getting, which is number 5, Chapter 9, Bankruptcy. Oh, doozy. There's only 11 and 7. What Chapter 9 bankruptcy is an invisible form of bankruptcy. This is why Larry's always winning, because we now can avoid bankruptcy using 4, 5, almost 600 ways to avoid bankruptcy. Most people know maybe 3 ways to avoid bankruptcy, or they hear the word bankruptcy and they start to get nervous. Whereas the 3 Easter bunnies are constantly talking about the concept of ducking bankruptcy. Elon Musk has an April Fool's meme on bankruptcy. Tom Brady talks about house money and bankruptcy on Super Bowl press conferences and on the Manning Cast, where he addresses avoiding bankruptcy and having people take short positions against. Why are the 3 Easter bunnies so similar? The 3 Easter bunnies, Elon Musk, Tom Brady, Larry Chang. Why are they so similar? Because all we do is bait the shorts. And so then we get to win because we're doling out truths such as number 6, CS183 Law, Larry's always winning, Irv Grousbeck. That's number 6. It's perfectly legal to study Irv Grousbeck's book before you attend or not attend Stanford University Graduate School of Business. That's number 6, is chapter 17 of Irv Grousbeck's book. Chapter 7, lecture 7 is right out of Irv Grousbeck, Collateral. Like the Tom Cruise movie of going from person to person, making lives affected, we can look at collateral, which is what secures the loan. And if we're not part of the lender or the lendee, we still need to understand collateral. That's what That's what is lacking in people's education, is not understanding how stuff gets collateralized. What is the recourse? Oh, hashtag Michael strategy with Michael Saylor, live action business case study 1459. Yeah, I'm showing off by memorizing specific numbers. AMC, live action business case study 1453. GameStop, live action business case study 1452, based on overstock and the intended effect of trying to bankrupt overstock by short selling the company into bankruptcy. And thank Jesus Christ for Patrick Byrne and Satoshi Nakamoto and Larry Chang. So that's another triumvirate of Easter bunnies. If Easter bunny offends you because you're either Israeli or South Asian, realize that I'm Jewish and I'm Asian. So you got to get up on board. And if you're Palestinian, okay, hugs. Default is number 11, 8, jumping to 11. Default. Lecture 8, CS 183 Law, Larry's Always Winning, is what they don't teach you at Harvard Law School about analyzing probability for default. This is probably the flagship lecture. I keep wanting to say chapter. We'll call it a chapter, 20 chapters. Lecture 8 is the flagship, what they don't teach you at Stanford Law at Nathan Abbott Way, 559 Nathan Abbott Way. What they don't teach you at 559 Nathan Abbott Way, hashtag CS183, Larry's Always Winning, which is the default criteria, forcing a default. Because once we force a default, then we end up being able to understand how somebody else might be forcing us for default, right? We don't want to go into default. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, this is why if you're coming to Art Basel for Miami, I'm not just going to flip you a $1,500 airplane ticket and ticket. No. If you want to lock in your space, you give Uncle Larry, Cousin Larry, Daddy Larry $1,500, maybe $800. And when you show up in Miami during the dates that we have for the 8 dates, then you get your $800 back. I'm not just going to be flying you out and then you flaking, okay? That's not what Daddy does. Daddy, gross. Default. Lecture 9, CS 183 Law. How useful is this? Super useful, right? Is rope to choke. What this is realizing there's two sides to the rope to choke. There's two sides to the rope. There's either me pulling on the rope that's choking you or us getting choked. And that's financially something that's not taught in law school or any school, which is why that's lecture number 9 of what they don't teach you at Harvard Law School, leading to another guest lecture inside of what they do teach you at Stanford Engineering that they don't teach you at Stanford GSB, which they now do teach you at Stanford GSB because it's the full circle of life, kind of like the Easter eggs from the Bitcoin wave. Chapters 19 through 32. Waitlist number 10. Oh my God, these are great. These are great. When I say waitlist, most people drop their shoulders and they're like, oh, I'm on the waitlist, which is basically a no. No, waitlisting is like failing forward, which is chapter 29 of my book, The Bitcoin Wave. Unofficial hat tip, Safedin Amu. Unofficial hat tip, Michael Saylor, which is failing forward, chapter 29, Bitcoin Wave, now coincides to chapter 10 of CS 183 Law, lecture 10, CS 183 Law, which is Computer Science 183, Larry's Always Winning. Because the law is also incredibly entertaining via the next Easter egg, which is hustle while we wait on the wait list. And a great example of that is to use an external API of this, Bar Camp. Chris Messina did not get into Food Camp, friends of O'Reilly. What we both did is we both went from Crasher to VIP. Chris Messina is the inventor of the hashtag, and I am the inventor of CS 183 law. Larry's Always Winning. Hustling while we wait is we're outside of Sebastopol, friends of O'Reilly. We're outside. How do we get inside? We hustle while we wait, which is 11, which is Bar Camp, BAR Camp, solo founded by Chris Messina. Am I a non-employee co-founder? I don't know. I might be, but this is the benefit to you, which is you want to do a sequel concept. Is this chapter 66 Snowball? Yes. Is this hashtag engineering 145S? Yes. Is this prequel sequel like Wicked is the unofficial sequel to the Wizard of Oz? Yes. How much are we winning right now, huh? How much are we winning? We're winning by a lot because next one is lecture 12, Crasher to VIP. These lectures are great. Larry is always winning. Crasher to VIP is also a guacamole recipe number 4. My God, this is really good stuff. Strategic default is chapter 13. Strategic default. That's where somebody's trying to rope choke you and you're like, oh no, this is not my first time, which is why these lectures are so genius. 650 ways to not default is chapter 14. Whoever wrote this script, okay, whoever wrote this script he's not a genius. This is the guy who wrote the script. This is who wrote the script. I'm going to tell you who wrote the script. The guy who wrote the script got an IQ of 88, but he's got a lot of motivation to produce some of the best work ever. Because lecture 14, CS 183 law, 650 ways to not default. This is completely what they don't teach you at Y Combinator that they should teach you at Y Combinator, so that way the death rate isn't over 50%. How are you that smart and still going bankrupt? Let's come up with 650 ways to not default. Leverage. Oh my God. Leverage. We want to leverage guacamole. We don't want to leverage money. When we leverage money, we could die. When we leverage oxygen, who does that? People that don't breathe enough, actually, who are mouth breathers. Leverage. We want to lever guacamole, not money. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, there is no patriarchy because the Easter Bunny is us. Look at yourself in the mirror while you're watching this on tape delay, because I don't want to have Larry see that I'm watching his videos, because I sometimes flog the dolphin while I'm watching video. Leave the dolphin, you know what? Stroke the dolphin, pet the dolphin, encourage the dolphin, because you want to take that dolphin energy, that mammal brain energy, and go right into 16, which is leverage guacamole, not money. You love guacamole, you love the dolphin thing, and we are going to explore the Hot Girl Entrepreneurship version of 16, which is how to get rich, Naval Ravikant, where we can come up with the almanac for Naval Ravikant by adding and addenduming and augmenting Naval Ravikant's book in the same way that I've been owning Safedine Amu, chapter 19 initially, Bitcoin Miami 2023, and winning at Larry's Always Winning, hashtag CS183 law, because 17 is this. You're in perfectly for this. Hi, I'm Larry Chang. Number 17 is pitch in public. Pitching in public is the genius way for us to get deals under lecture 17, CS183 LAW. Larry's Always Winning, which is When we pitch in public, this is different from how everyone else tries, which is pitching in private. Oh, I'm going to send you an email that nobody reads. Who knows what I'm talking about? That was an answer to a question, which is, why are people not responding to my email? It's because you're not pitching in public. When you pitch in public, you're failing forward using Lecture 17, which is using a WordPress blog post to pitch in public. You're using a YouTube video to do an open letter and an open pitch to share ideas and collaborate. Are we now into 18, lecture 18, in this machine gun fire of Easter eggs? Is this stuff that Tom Brady does or Elon Musk does or Larry Chang? Yeah, those guys actually are always doing these Easter eggs. You thought I was going to say I was better than Tom Brady and Elon Musk. Oh no. We are 3 Easter bunnies triumvirate, which is 18. Lecture 18, CS 183 law, which is treasure mapping. When we treasure map, we are mapping going from here to here to here. And you see how the ball seemingly can be placed anywhere. Well, that's what we do to a wall of our rental property. Not a rental that we're renting out. We're treasure mapping on a wall, because right next to the television that you're watching this video from, you could put a treasure map. And this treasure map is lecture 18 of CS 183 law, kind of like it's Waze, where we're taking something Waze, in the same way that Waze gets you from spot 1 to spot 2, we are also going from our current treasure to our next treasure. Oh, chapter 19, lecture 19, CS 183 law is bibliography. With bibliography, we are basically PQRSTing. What's a bibliography? It's the most important component of the book, which is, what is this book based on? Because if you're watching a video and the person doesn't quote content sources, they're literally just making stuff off the top of their head, or they're scripting it. When there's no bibliography present, the content is crappy and not useful and time tested. It's just opinion, conjecture, and trying to build familiarity. Do you feel familiar with me? If you do, good, because that means the knowledge is transferring. But there should not be familiarity. There should be almost a contempt, because I'm citing sources where now you feel pressure to win, because now you understand how Bitcoin works. Now you understand how a book works, which is bibliography, lecture 19, PQRST. Preview question, read, summarize, test. Lecture 20, CS 183, LAW. Larry's Always Winning, the unofficial Harvard Law School series for entrepreneurs who don't have time to go to law school, but need to understand trademark and copyright. Why? Because external API leverages our ability to start up by taking something and making it better. Taking Berkshire Hathaway and doing unofficial Berkshire Hathaway. University of Illinois St. Patrick's Day doing unofficial St. Patrick's Day. 12 days of OpenAI. I'm doing the 21 days of OpenAI on March 10 at South by. Stanford Entrepreneur Week, I'm doing hashtag UTE Week. Can't sue me, Texas, because this is University of Texas Entrepreneur Week in Austin. And so what you're doing is you make it impossible to sue you while baiting them to sue you. How genius is that? Because once you get sued as a kid and then you win, now you've got law armor. Law like US laws based on the Constitution and rule of law, yes, but law also, which is Larry Lessig's always winning. Hashtag CS183 law, Larry's always winning. You thought I was going to say Larry Chang's always winning, because these are things that we can take from 559 Nathan Abbott Way and apply it to our startup by being naughty with how the rules work. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club, how naughty is this? How rules abiding yet norm breaking? Rules abiding, normal procedures, normal protocols, norm shaking, going against typical norms, right? Who of Chinese descent wears a cowboy hat and then literally is dominating basketball off the basketball court with that constant dribbling of these skills, which is Larry Lessig? Trademark and copyright law. This is what Carl Opedal would teach you if Carl Opedal cared to help you get off of zero. Trademark and copyright law. This is lecture 20, external API, which is also lecture 1, because that's the flagship concept that startups get killed on, because they try to do something new, where you need to use an external API to cross the chasm from the right. Oh my God, this video is one of my top videos ever, which is what they don't teach at Y Combinator is cross the chasm from the right using an external API, which is trademark and copyright aggression, which is what they don't teach you at Harvard Law School, lectures 1 through 20 as the Easter egg. These last 20 lectures of CS 183 law. Is this in and of itself an external API to Stanford engineering? Yes. 183 is a random number. Enjoy trying to trademark that. Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. You feeling this? You feeling this? This is sexy, right? That means big hands. Ooh, big soft hands that are also strong to make you feel like you're safe, but also able to be tossed around a little bit, right? Grabbing hair, grabbing head. Focus. Take that energy, okay? Take that energy, and no, I'm not going to date you, okay? But guess what? You are going to be able to hang out with 1, 2, or 3 of your hottest friends when you come meet us up in Miami. Now, granted, Kenny and Luke are probably going to be doing ambassador to Denmark things, but me, okay, I'll still be in the United States of America doing pleb stuff, PLEB. 183, you can't trademark that, okay? That's what they don't teach you at Harvard Law. You can't trademark the number 183. That is Peter Thiel's class number. Did Peter Thiel run an external API? YouTube? Heck yeah, he did. He ran an external API called PayPal. He ran an external API into eBay. How awesome is this? Because I'm running an external API into Stanford Engineering, running an external API onto Peter Thiel that he doesn't even know what 183 is. He's like, oh, is that a class that I taught? Because I don't know my own class number. And law. CS183 law is Peter Thiel making his first $1 million, because this is an external API to 0 to 1, which is Peter never talks about how to go from 0 to 1 billion. He doesn't talk about how to go 0 to 1 million. How did he do it? He changed one word. Harvard Law Review, he changed one word. Stanford. Are we going to be changing one word as we do deeply understood credit knowledge 8? Yes. Duck 8, which is why if you want to steal Duck 9's intellectual property, me and Elon Musk open sourced all of our trademark and all of our patents. Easter Bunny. That's what they don't teach at Y Combinator. Oh, I want to patent something. I want to license it. No. We want to be Uber. Oh, live action business case study 3366. Larry Chang running an external API into Uber. Over a year, I ran the Uber API for over a year. Totally legal, incredibly genius and aggressive and advanced. Initially, you might not want to do that, but guess what? Me running the Uber API was my maybe 50th or 500th turnaround, because at the time, Uber was kind of in trouble. Oh, is this where you, Kenny, and Luke did a turnaround for Yelp before you spoke at South by? This is external API, Lecture 20 and Lecture 1 under CS183 law. ACL, does it API in a South by? Nope, not before Larry Chang. This is how it APIs in. Application protocol interfaces in. Yelp. Yelp, Jeremy and Russ's company. Are Luke, Kenny, and Larry financially motivated to help Yelp write more Yelp reviews and not go bankrupt? Duck bankruptcy. Larry's always winning. CS 183 law. Get it? Larry's always winning. Or if you're dyslexic or Chinese, Larry's always winning law. Yelp. That's the connector. What's another connector between ACL and South by? Hot Girl Entrepreneurship Club. Asinine. Austin Secret Society of Entrepreneurs in Palo Alto. Because if we called it Palo Alto Secret Society of Entrepreneurs, we'd be calling it passe. It is not passe. It is asinine. CS183 law, external API, which is us using Austin as 2 trips a year for 15 to 20 hot females. Kenny this year is probably going to be in Denmark because he's the ambassador. Luke is doing Luke Nosik things. I will be doing the same thing because I love this. I love this. I love the number 0, and I'm not glutton for punishment. I punish. I punish. I punish. I punish student athletes. What they don't teach at Y Combinator is what they're teaching you at 641 campus. Stanford baseball players, YouTube clipped, you're welcome, which is I'm running an external API into the College World Series in Omaha by APIing in May 1, May 2, May 3, the Berkshire Hathaway annual shareholder meeting, connecting that to June 17 through June 31, which is College World Series, because you could pay $60,000 to go to Omaha, or you can go to Omaha and then get paid because you're running Lecture 1 and Lecture 20 of CS 183 law. Larry's always winning, which is the unofficial keynote to NAG, National Associations of Attorneys General, for when we have to quit or get pushed out of the Attorney General office, and now we got to go do something entrepreneurial. Are we just going to go work for that law firm that is been battling against us and then look like a total regulatory captured pawn, non-player character? Or are we going to do something entrepreneurial with Larry Chang via the 20 lectures of external API, hashtag CS183 law, which is Peter Thiel, Stanford Law alum? Is this me surpassing Peter Thiel? Still ahead, been ahead. You just don't realize that I am ahead because he hosts the cool inauguration parties, and I'm hosting a chat with 2 people. Who's winning? You think the dude with 2 is winning, because then you'd be correct, because we get to meet, because you did not go to the inaugural party in DC with Mark Zuckerberg and Peter Thiel, with Elon Musk doing a drive-by with the ambassador to Sweden, who's now the ambassador to Denmark. Ken Howry was, during the 45th presidency, ambassador to Sweden. This time, a larger task, because just like we iterate ambassador to Sweden, you didn't get Greenland. You didn't acquire territory. Now you're ambassador to Denmark, and who's getting better every time they go to Europe? Because the ambassador to Denmark is now tasked with this duty: go get Greenland. Go get Greenland. Oh my God. Did I just write a song during this feed? Am I doing this drug free? How are we winning this much? Go get Greenland, Ken Hari. Go get Greenland. So before Kenny started to win in Europe, we won by going to Austin twice a year, once for ACL and once for South by. I should wear a jacket every day. I think the jacket's really changing the game here. We got better from Austin to Austin. We would run an external API to get from the music festival at Zilker Park to 98 San Jacinto, which is where Duck 9 is. And there's hotel, housing, and a bar. And so there's a shuttle back when Uber hadn't been invented yet, which I am the solo founder of the Uber API. Live action business case study 3366. That itself should be a series in a law school. Just saying, okay? Just saying. If you want to have your law school level up, $13 per lecture. Oh my God, I'm hilarious. You thought I was going to say $13 million. Admit it. Admit it. You thought I was going to say $13 million. $13 per lecture, which is specifically how you benefit, which is improving something Austin to Austin. So me, Kenny, Luke lived in San Francisco. We would go to Austin twice a year, once for ACL, which takes place in September when it's 106 degrees in Texas for an outdoor music festival. Oh, Larry, you're super smelly. You're super sweaty, but you're not super smelly. That's pretty cool. And then, I mean, the work's already done because everyone's pretty much naked because it's sweaty and everyone's just sweaty. So do you guys want to come back to my place and shower? Can you get better? Can you get better from Austin trip to Austin trip? Can you not get distracted when there's putty getting thrown at us? Okay, putty getting thrown at us because ACL is 5 days. Now it's 2 weekends of 3 days, 3 days. I think we're gonna make it go back to 5 days. South by is 13 days. Can you get better from one Super Bowl to the next year's Super Bowl? YouTube, can you get better YouTube video to YouTube video? Can you? Because if you did get better, then it would be amazing because then we would improve. At the core of improvement and the iterations of YouTube video to YouTube video, going from 0 to 2, because CS 183 law is where we get better between lectures and we practice one external API and then we go to 2 external APIs as I'm using a Division I basketball to DJ in the fact that today is National Football Championship winner plus 1 day. because March is coming up, and because people are not going to be ready for the NCAA basketball tournament. And so we get to win because we're going to be getting better at ball handling the APIs via 20 lectures that are not yet official. Are you going to wait to get into Stanford GSB before you start winning? Are you going to wait to finish your 4-year degree because you dropped out? Are you going to wait to leave Stanford baseball before you get serious about 3 7-hour pop-up internships? Let me repeat that. If you're at Stanford baseball right now, why would you not just win at entrepreneurship when you are winning at there's a unicorn. Winning at entrepreneurship while you're winning at CS 183 law. Reach out, get better from one video to the next video.